Are in. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. In just a moment, we'll be rifling these cars off for the first event, a dash that starts this evening. The 6 fast qualifiers plus the 3 provisionals here tonight. This is the way they drew them, and this will be the start. On the pole, and he was quick time out of Knoxville, Tennessee, will be the 00 of Freddie Smith. On the outside in that same row from Milan, Illinois, in the 12, it will be Ray Gus. Excuse me. Ray is in the second row. The 12X of Rick Auckland is on the outside in the front row. Inside in row number 2, it is Ray Gus Jr. in the 12. On the outside, in that same row from Mooresburg, Tennessee, it is Scott Bloomquist in the 0. Third row on the inside, we have the 21X of Lane Meyer out of West Union. On the outside in that same row from Elk Mound, Wisconsin, it is Jimmy Mars. Fourth row on the inside, the 49, Tom Rinks from Ottawa, Illinois. On the outside, it'll be the 9X of Bill Drake from Bloomington, Illinois. And in the back, the 7N, driven by Steve Boley. Bill Drake, ladies and gentlemen, there you see the green and yellow flag, meaning that we're going to get underway. The 6 fastest and the 3 provisionals. All set to go here at the Speedway tonight. And the pace car pulls in. It is off the track, pulled up onto the quarter mile, pulling them up now into formation. Down that back straightaway, a lot of prestige riding on this one. Watch them closely. Up in 3 and 4, moving up in the banking, ladies and gentlemen. Off of turn number 4, and we're underway at the Davenport Speedway. And it is Rick Auckland from Fargo, North Dakota, your early leader. But Bloomquist in the 0 moves up in the second. That's Freddie Smith. Got off to just a little bit of a slow start on that pole position. He dropped back to 3rd. But now looking on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jimmy Mars running 4th. Ray Gus Jr. 5th. Scott Bloomquist, Freddie Smith, the 28 of Jimmy Mars, Ray Gus Jr. runs 5th, Lane Meyer 6th. And Bill Drake. Hanging on to that lead. Auckland, Bloomquist, and Smith, your front 3 cars in this dash. Completed. 5 laps down. And Jimmy Mars tries to move up. A battle for that 3rd spot, but Rick Auckland stretching his lead now out here in that fast car. And Jimmy Mars moves move to the inside of Freddie Smith. As Auckland has a look at the white flag. 1 lap to go. And through 3 and 4, the winner of the fast dash is Auckland. Jimmy Marr, Freddie Smith, Ray Tuck Jr., Lane Meyer, Tom Reed, Steve Bowen, and Bill Drake. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first of our 3 qualifiers rolling out onto the Speedway. Again, as you look at this field of cars, Tom Raines has the pole position in the 49 on the outside, Brian Burkhofer. Gary Webb inside in that second row, Rick Eggersdorf on the outside in the 17. Third row, Sean Tozak in the 55, the 3E of Steve Eggersdorf. And the final half of the race, John Provenzano in the 79 sits inside, Tony Izzo in the 16 on the outside, 5th row, Jake Johnson in the 5J, Donnie Moran in the 99M, and in the back it is Danny Aarons in the 91A. Oh, once again, there are a lot of these race cars we don't get the chance to see too often unless we come to one of these great ump shows. So take a look at some of these different cars and drivers. Try to make a friendly little wager with your neighbor up there. See who's going to win this first qualifier and the cars that will be moving on to that big high dollar 40-lap feature event. The race fans, as they move slowly out of turn number 4 down in front of you, take a good look and give them a nice send-off because it's going to be green the next time around. So once again, our race fans, the pace cars pull into the infield. Raines, who just finished that qualifying race, gets a chance to start up front this time. Let's see what he can do as he starts to bring this field of cars around. And a great field it is on the outside in that front row. Burkhofer in a 15. Off the corner they come, down the front straight, and it's all green. And Brian Burkhofer in the 15 grabs the early lead. Up the backstretch goes Rink. Gary Webb challenging for spot number 3 on the bottom side of the racetrack in the 56. And now swinging back up to the top. And Tony Izzo trying to slip by on the bottom side of the 16. Tony Izzo in the 16 takes over spot number 5 and Tozak slides back to 6. Jay Johnson 7th. Steve Eggersdorf has a problem with the 3E. Steve Eggersdorf off the power, coasting along the south side of the track. All right, let's take a look, race fans. As the caution goes off once again, single file realignment. They all get a chance to close right back in on Burkhofer in the 15. Ariens running second, Eggersdorf third. Burkhofer picking up right where he left off. Stretching this lead out over Tom Reeds in a 49. Rick Eggersdorf. Gary Webb. Sean Dozak. This will be the completion of the 8th lap. It'll be the white flag. This time around, you see the white is out for Brian Burkhofer. Down the straight is Brian Burkhofer. Rick Eggersdorf, Tony Izzo, Gary Webb. The 55 of Sean Tozak. Number 5 of Jay Johnson. The 79 of John Provenzano. So 7 in out of Oxford, it is Steve Bully. On the outside in that same row from Morning Sun, the number 99 of Johnny Johnson. Second row on the inside from Batesville, Arkansas. The 21 of Billy Moyer Jr. On the outside in that same row, the 91, Brian Dunaway from Reddick, Illinois. Third row on the inside. In the S9 from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, it is Dan Schleeper. On the outside in that same row, the 32 from Danville, it is Bob Pierce. As we'll let them move by. The final 4 cars, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth row on the inside out of Donaldson in the 21H. It is Steve Hennis. On the outside in that same row from Ellsworth, Wisconsin, the number 8 of Larry Stockwell. Fifth row on the inside from Bettendorf in a 1D, it is Bob Dominic. And on the outside, Mike Nanfito from Omaha, Nebraska in the 221. Those will bring them around one more time. And that Ron Alpen, Ford Contour GL. Alpen Ford, one of the sponsors of tonight's races, a big backer of stock car racing in the area. And that cold Budweiser beer, don't forget it. All right, race fans, you can see the green and yellow in the air. This is their lap. This is the last chance you get to look at them before we turn them loose. I'll again, Steve Boley, Johnny Johnson in that front row, Billy Moyer Jr., Brian Dunaway. A great field of cars assembled out here for this one. Dan Sleeper in the S9. On the outside, Bob Pierce. Next row, Steve Hennison, Stockwell, Dominicki, and Nanfito in the back row. All race fans, these 10 cars for 10 laps, still trying to qualify for that big $10,000 to win 40-lap feature event. Shaking them down now. You're going to see them jump on the throttle here in just a second, and here they come, ladies and gentlemen, off of turn 4, and the green is out. The green flag is out, and we're underway. And we've got a pack of cars bunched together. They hit through 3 and 4. Boley leads them off the corner for the first lap. It's Boley, Johnson, Moyer, Dunaway, and Pierce. The S9 of Sleeper, and now Dominic trying to move up on the outside in the 1 deck. Oh, this is a brand new race car out here for Steve Boley. The first time he's been in it is tonight. Boley, Johnson, and Moyer. And Bob Pierce slips beneath Dunaway. As they exit turn number 4, Pierce puts the 32 up into the number 4 spot. As Johnson and Moyer starting to close it in. Down and 5 to go. Boley bringing them down for the 6th lap. Billy Moyer Jr. slips by up into the number 2 spot. Two laps to go. And Billy Moyer trying to get a run off of the second turn. But Steve Boley slips up a little high, and here comes Billy Moyer down on the bottom side. White flag out, 1.5 to go. The 5th and final lap. And Billy Moyer Jr. slips out into the lead. Pierce runs up into 3rd. Off of turn number 4 down the front straight, it's Billy Moyer Jr. Bob Dominicki. Sleeper, Hennis, Stockwell, and Nanfito. Row from Coleman, Michigan, driving the number 9. It'll be Curtis Roberts. On the outside in that same row from Ash Black, Arkansas, in the G2, it is David Gibson. Second row on the inside from Kokona, Wisconsin, car number 10, driven by Pete Parker. On the outside in that row, the same row, the 21F, Bill Fry out of Greenbrier, Arkansas. Row number 3, on the inside it is the car 33, Rick Wendling out of Hazleton, on the outside, Skip Fry and a 3X from Ely. Fourth row on the inside, Jim Bruggeman from White Bear Lake, Minnesota in the 54. On the outside, the 0P of Chris Patterson from St. John's, Michigan. The back row. On the inside, it is Bill Drake from Bloomington, Illinois in the 9X. And on the outside, the 37 of Raleigh Frank. So have a good look, race fans. A lot of these names familiar. Some may be brand new to you, but we guarantee you excitement. Elite model racing at its very best out here at the Mississippi Valley Fairground tonight. So I'd like to welcome you all once again here to the Davenport Speedway for this Summer National Elite Model Only show. All right, so shaking them down, I'll pull them back up into pairs. They come around this time. Of course, we'll give you one more look at them, and then we're going to turn them loose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you see the field for this third qualifying race. If we didn't mention it before, the top 4 out of each of these qualifiers go to the main event. The fastest 6 are already qualified. That gives us 18 cars. The rest of them will come out of the 2 last chance qualifiers that will follow this race. So it may take just a few minutes to let them go back, cool the cars down a bit, gas them up as they get ready for the last chance races. But right now, race fans, 4 of these cars trying to qualify for that main. Now watch them now, getting on it a little bit early this time, up into the banking, out of the corner down the straight, and we're under green. David Gibson in the G2 pushes that car out into the lead. Curtis Roberts second in at number 9. Pete Parker. Gibson in that G2. The caution flag comes out. Oh, David Gibson, Bill Drake, Pete Parker out of Kokona, Wisconsin. Those front 3 automobiles taking a look at the flag stand, jumping right back into it, are racing under green. Bill Fry in that 21. Getting a good bite off of that turn two. Trying to pick off Pete Parker in the back straight, but that's to settle back to fourth. David Gibson, still your leader, Bill Drake, Pete Parker in the number 10, Bill Fry in the 21, the 0P of Patterson. And Jim Bruggeman moving up to make that a three-car battle. As we look at them right now, the 21F of Bill Fry, the last qualifying car out of the bottom. Here comes Jim Bruggeman in the 54. Bruggeman in that 54. No, he needs one more spot to qualify for that main. Parker and Fry just out of a qualifying spot. Bruggeman in the 54. Rick Wendling having a battle all his own with Chris Patterson in the 0P. Eight laps have been completed. It'll be the white flag this time around. Ad Bruggeman trying to pick up that final qualifying spot. Bruggeman and Fry, that's the race we're looking at because that is a qualifying position. Your winner is going to be David Gibson in the G2. Bill Drake. Pete Parker. And Bill Fry in the 21F by the narrowest of margins at the finish line. Oh, Jim Bruggeman gave it everything he had in the battle for that, and I'm telling you, it was inches, and all three of us ought to say again, a race fan. 4 cars from this first consolation event will be going on to the feature event. The rest, unfortunately, will be finished for the evening. So we have the 6 fast qualifiers who automatically qualified for the main. We have 4 out of each of the 3 qualifiers. 18 cars already qualified, and another 8 will be starting out of these 2 consolations. So we call it the last chance, and that's exactly what it is. If they want to try to get a piece of that $10,000, this is the race that they have to do it in. So Danny Aaron's evidently not able to make the field. Nan Fido not out there, so missing those 2 cars. 8 automobiles. Unfortunately, 4 fine race cars are going to be on the haulers when this one is over with. So you can bet it'll be pedal to the metal racing in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, watch them closely. Only 4 go. Into the 3 and 4 turn now, starting to pick up the pace, and Gary Webb leads them off at turn number 4 down the front straight. Bruggeman and Webb, Dominic and Johnson, Wendling, Hennis, Moran and Martin. All is taking place on lap number 1 of Bruggeman, your leader. Gary Webb, Bob Dominicki, Jay Johnson, and Rick Wendling. And here comes Wendling on the bottom side of Jay Johnson. Remember, that's the all-important spot. Position number 4 is the one. And it's Rick Wendling and Jay Johnson battling it out as Jim Bruggeman leads the way into 54. Gary Webb now starting to close back in a little bit. Steve Henna sits back in the 6th spot. Curtis Martin 7th. Donnie Moran 8th. Down, 6 to go, as Wendling has now moved into the 3rd spot in the 33. So as we look at the field right now, Bob Dominicki is the final car. That is in that qualifying position. Again, only 4 cars go. Jay Johnson again trying to make a move in that 5J. Hennis and Martin and Moran have got a ways to go and a short time to get there. Look at this battle again for that number 1 spot, Gary Webb. Gary Webb in that 56 has moved his groove up a little bit on the racetrack as Hennis pulls the 21 each down to the quarter mile. So as we mentioned, Gary Webb started to move up a little ways on the racetrack, and he is closing right down on Bruggeman in the turn. And the battle still rages on between Jay Johnson. And hang on as Webb makes a serious bid on the inside and Wendling right behind him. The white flag is out. Dominicki and Johnson, and Jay Johnson swings around on the top side. Right now, it's got that car back into a qualifying spot. This is it. The last opportunity they get to go to the main event, and it's going to be Bruggeman, Webb, Wendling, and Johnson. Moran and Roberts, excuse me, in that final one. And so you saw the 4 cars. Bruggeman in that 54, Gary Webb in the 56. Dunaway on the inside, Tozak on the outside in that front row. The second row, the 0P of Chris Patterson. On the outside, the S9 of Dan Schleeper. Third row on the inside of Johnny Provenzano. On the inside, on the outside, Skip Pry. And the fourth row at Stockwell. On the outside, Eggersdorf. Those are the cars scheduled to start this race. All this preparation for the big one that's coming your way in just a few minutes. We will have to allow the 4 cars that just qualified and the 4 that qualify out of this race to get ready. So, boy, just as well prepare you now, race fans. It'll be maybe 10 minutes, 15 at the most, we hope, between this race and the big finale of the evening, the 40-lap main. But this, the final last chance qualifier, the Consolation number 2. a white Lumina, 824 COY, 824 COY, a white Lumina. You've been asked to move your car immediately, please. So once again, race fans, you can see the action about to take place. The pace car is up into the infield. These 8 cars, and once again, 4 must go home, 4 will stay. For the big one, who is it going to be to qualify for the 10,000 to win 40-lap feature? Let's pick it up in turn 4 because that's where the action is at. And Dunaway in the 91 jumps into the corner as the early lead. Sean Tozak in the 55. Runs second. Provenzano in the 79 moves up to third. Sleeper in the S9. Patterson in the 0. Skip Fry in the 3X. Hagerdorf and Stockwell. And Skip Fry looks like he got a lot of power in that 3X trying to work the top side of this racetrack. He's now up into the number 5 spot. Provenzano. Johnny Provenzano has now got his race car, the 79, currently is running second. So it is Dunaway still leading, but Little John Provenzano, and Provenzano has some problems in that corner. And just about a bad mistake because Provenzano is now sitting right in that 4th qualifying spot. From 2nd to 4th, and one little bobble up in 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Brian Dunaway in that 91. Cruising easily out in Sean Tozak in the 55 and Dan Sleeper in the S9. Battling for that spot, and here comes Skip Fry. Tried to make a move on the outside, and something happened to Skip Fry's car. Off the power. And the caution flag comes out. The caution comes out. All right, our corner spotters, our safety trucks, everybody is back in the infield. So 7 laps have been completed, and ladies and gentlemen, just 3 laps from now, the field will be set for our feature event. And here we come with a green flag flying. And Provenzano puts the 79 back up into the 3rd position. But right back on the top side comes Sleeper as they both. They had a sandwich made for a short while out of Tozak in a 55. There's the white flag, 1.5 mile away. And the battle in this one is for the 4, 5, and 6 spots. As Dunaway continues to move away and hang on down the back straight. As Eggersdorf puts that car right now up into a qualifying spot on the final lap. It is Brian Dunaway, John Provenzano, John Kozak, and Steve Eggersdorf into 3E. Made a shot up that back straightaway, those 3 cars battling. And from Batesville, Arkansas, the number 21 of Billy Moyer Jr. Inside in that same row from Muscatine, the 15 of Brian Burkhofer. 3rd row on the outside, starting 6th on the field, the 21X from West Union, and his Lane Meyer. Inside in the 3rd row from Milan, Illinois, the number 12 of Ray Gus Jr. 2nd row on the outside, the 00 from Knoxville, Tennessee. It is Freddie Smith. Inside in that same row from Almond, Wisconsin, the number 28 of Jimmy Mars. And in the front row on the outside, in the 0 from Mooresburg, Tennessee, it is Scott Bloomquist. On the pole position for tonight's main event, the 12X from Fargo, North Dakota, Rick Auckland. So we'd like you to welcome him now. Davenport race fan will let him know that you're behind them. Hand out the window the parade lap. 28 cars for 40 laps. The UMP Budweiser Summer National. What a field of cars. A tremendous turnout. What a show. Auckland and Bloomquist sitting out there in that front row. Right behind them, Jimmy Mars and Freddie Smith. The fast of the fastest. Oh, one more time, we'll bring them around in front of you. You can see them get a chance. So much horsepower, so finely tuned, trying to clear those engines with just a little bit of speed up the back straight before they come around this time. As again, the Ron Alpenford Contour brings them out of the corner. If you'd like to let loose, race fan, this will be the time before we're about to drop the green on this field of cars. So one more time, let them hear it. They're shaking them down. 40 laps from now, somebody will be $10,000 richer. The pace car is in. Race fans, the pace car is in. The excitement starts to build. Down the back straightaway as they pull up into formation. The pace quickens. Now as they bunch them up. A little paint lapping in the corner. Hang on, fellas, hang on. Fellas, we need to get them around a whole lot smoother than that. All right, once again, you check the alignment, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the green and yellow saying that stay in order. And we'll give it a go once again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's try it once again as the pace starts to quicken for the start of this big 40-lap UMP feature event, and here they come off of 4. The green flag is out, and Bloomquist, Mars, and Auckland, followed by Burkhofer, Gus Jr., and we'll pick up the rest of the field as they come by. Safely through the first lap. Safely through they come. And now Billy Moyer Jr. starting to move up through the traffic. Billy Moyer Jr. is on the move in the 21. And now Ray Gus Jr. picks off another spot in the 12. And the 91 of Brian Dunaway up into the end. Billy Moyer continue the battle for that second spot. Brian Burkhofer Bloomquist, Jimmy Mars, Rick Auckland, Brian Burkhofer, Bob Pierce. It'll be the halfway point this time around. And we've got some debris down the front straight. So the caution comes out. All right, and we're halfway through. That's 40-lap feature event. Oh, we'll check this alignment one more time. Ultra careful. So you pick them up, ladies and gentlemen. The fun begins now. Everybody gets a new chance as they were moving in and out of lap traffic. And Bloomquist jumps on it in the middle of the back straight. He stands on the throttle. Off the corner he comes under green. Jimmy Mars moves down to the bottom side. Bloomquist knows he's got a handful with Mars and Billy Moyer Jr. right behind him. Brian Burkhofer coming hard in the fourth spot. Auckland, Pierce, Izzo, Ring, Ray Gus Jr., Jay Johnson. So of the 28 cars scheduled to start this race, we have 16 still on the Speedway. Your leader coming around for the 24th lap. All the preparations. Just about 15 laps from culminating here at the Davenport Speedway. They bring him around. 25 laps down. Jr. starts to close in. Up alongside Jimmy Mars. In a battle for the number 2 spot, it's Mars. On the inside, Moyer on the top. And Billy Moyer Jr. takes over the number 2 spot, and he is chasing Scott Bloomquist. As this battle rages on for the lead. Oh, as we pick up your lead. Weston Moyer. Jimmy Mars and Brian Burkhalter. Bob Pierce, Tony Reams. Auckland in the 12X. Jay Johnson. Ray Gus Jr. Jerry West. And Billy Moyer closing in on the lead. Laps remaining. And Freddie Smith brings the 0-0 down onto the quarter mile. Six laps to go. The battle goes on between Bloomquist and Billy Moyer Jr. Jimmy Mars, Brian Burkhalter, Bob Pierce. Orange in the 49, Auckland in the 12X, Jay Johnson. What a battle for this #1 spot. It'll be the white flag this time around. The white flag for the leader. comes the battle off the corner. White flag is out, 1 to go. The 40th and final lap. And Billy Moyer gets caught up in some slow traffic. Off of turn number 4, the winner, Scott Blomquist, Billy Moyer Jr., Jimmy Marr, Brian Burkhofer. And so it'll look like 2 laps from the end. It was going to be a dandy. Billy Moyer on the white flag lap slipped right underneath Scott Blomquist, 0 car, but then got tied up in some slow traffic on the final lap. And so the winner of the big $10,000 purse out here tonight, he started outside in the front row and led it from wire to wire. Bring him down here in just a minute for this trophy presentation. So you heard all the great names all summer long, and they were here tonight, and we think they put on just one whale of a show. They go fast, they're rocket ships. You saw them timing down in the low 21-second bracket out here tonight. But he is going to